Lima Riley, Zone 3A, Port of Spain East Lions Club, and Lion Beverly Burrows for Zone 3B of the Sawa Barataria Lions Club. Without them, our club cannot, our club has, our region 3 has done very well thus far in the fiscal year. And with just a few months to go, I know that with their support, our region will continue to do well and have even more success till the end of June 2022. Right. With regard to the district governor's goals, with regard to service development, the district governor's goals was to have 80%, 85% of clubs report service on My Lion, and also to increase humanitarian service to more than 175 persons. And some of the action steps with regard to service development included involve all members in club activities and recognize members that participate in service activities. This is one of the action steps. Before I go any further, let me say that to date, 13 out of the 14 clubs in Region 3, that's for a percentage of about 93%, have been reporting their service activities on My Lion. And to date, we have, the region has served 26,329 persons through 317 projects, amassing for the moment 11,895 service hours through the Lions in Region 3. With regard to involving all members in the club activities, members of all the 14 clubs continue to participate in activities in their club within the constraints of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, of course, because, you know, there would be some persons who would prefer to work from inside in the background and maybe not go outside. And we have the projects where we are maybe interfacing with the public. So you do have that sort of synergies with the clubs. There's some persons who are outside, some people work in the background from home and so on. Clubs are recognizing their members for their participation in all activities. Some clubs are recognizing their members quarterly when they have maybe an induction function or during their meetings, they're being recognized quarterly, while many others will continue to do so. They do so at the end of the fiscal year, and as normal when we do the induction of officers and we give the various president's awards and so on. I just put a note here for Lion Jennifer, who was awarded the New Voices Award. That was for the last fiscal. But when clubs put up members for the new voices in the various areas, that is a way of recognizing some of their members who would have excelled in their active service activities. So again, Lion Jennifer Armstrong Can from the Arima Lions Club, she did get the district award for fiscal 2021, New Voices Award for Service, and congratulate her. Now, another one of the action steps for service development would have been that 50% of Lions clubs should organize a joint project with another Lions or Leo club. We did fall a little below the 50%. We have about 30% to 35% of our clubs did do joint projects. Coming to mind would be Sawa Barataria Lions Club, the Port of Spain East Lions Club, Arima Lions Club, Darbadi. We had the Mayoral Leo Club as well. Partnering with each other to perform service activities specifically linked to diabetes. And we also recall that in one of our local media stations, one of the clubs who did do a diabetes project was recognized locally on our Trinidad and Tobago television series, which also links in to another one of the action steps that the district governor was talking about, where you're doing meaningful projects that are getting media attention, which all of that would also help to bring in members to the club. You can roll down, please, Lance Superior, page 2. Page 2. Good. For implementing activities in all LCI global causes. This is just a snapshot because I know that the district chairpersons in these areas will also report. Collectively, though, Region 3 has implemented activities in all the LCI global activities. The top causes: hunger, 69 activities were undertaken by 12 clubs. Diabetes, 19 activities were undertaken by 10 of the clubs in the region. And the childhood cancer, where 19 activities were undertaken by 9 of the clubs. And a lot of that was partnering with a key NGO that we have in Trinidad and Tobago, the Just Because Foundation, on some projects that they initiated this year. With regard to conducting a COVID-19 project with all Lions and Leos clubs, specifically, I may not have as yet initiated a COVID-19 project, but what we were able to do is that the Ministry of Health here, they had a project that they call the Care Fairs. Now, that is an initiative where they partnered with Lions clubs through past district governor Lion Patrick Taylor. Also, Lion Paula Panton is on that committee as well of the Ministry of Health. They had some care fairs at the end of October, and 12 out of the 14 clubs in the region participated in those care fairs. And there was an element of COVID-19. They did have COVID-19 vaccinations were being given out. The persons were being vaccinated if they wish to with the vaccine. And also those care fairs were also specific to non-communicable diseases. And you would know that diabetes is one of the non-communicable diseases in Trinidad and Tobago and in the wider Caribbean as well, and also one of the global areas. So that those care fairs and those clubs that participated, we would have contributed towards the COVID-19 take-up of the vaccination, and also as well would have linked into diabetes and other non-communicable diseases as well. In assisting weak clubs with their service reporting, well, from the start of the fiscal year, clubs that were having difficulties logging on or updating their activities, those clubs have done a lot better. It's just that one club that my zone chairs and I, we will continue to work with that club to ensure that by the end of this fiscal year, they would be online and reporting on My Lion. Page 2 can slide up. Thank you. Great. And membership development. The goal of the district governor was that District 60A will attain 5% membership growth for fiscal year 2021-2022, and also that our district will charter 1 new specialty club. To date, Region 3, we may have lost 8 members, but we've gained 18 thus far. Some of those members, unfortunately, would have been called to higher service, and there were others who may have been dropped from the club for various reasons, including maybe non-payment of dues, non-attendance at meetings, and so. But we are still as I say, we are now up to 18 new members, and towards the end of April, there is scheduled to be a zone induction 3B. They're going to have a zone induction, and I understand that they have about 10 to 12 persons to be inducted, and at least one other club I know in 3A next month is targeted to induct 5 new members as well. So we are on our way in terms of recruiting new members. Now, in terms of the various membership act initiatives that are happening, clubs are creating membership profiles for persons to recruit new persons. And the recruitment, the profiles will address, maybe they may have skills gaps. They may also have issues related to age. A lot of clubs, we have aging members who are very active still if they're able to and could contribute. But to ensure that we have longevity, sustainability, we do need to bring in younger members, and that is included in some of the membership profiles of clubs. The initiatives, we had a very informative 4-part online orientation series hosted by Sawa Barataria Lions Club. Those were targeted to prospective members and your 1 to 3 year Lions, and all Lions from all regions were invited to attend. Because we're on the global platform now, persons can join in, and those persons would have gotten a lot more insight in what it is to become and to remain as successful Lions. We also have as the initiative, clubs may be creating club-specific, as I call them, PowerPoint presentations, where you would learn about the club itself, you would learn about the activities of the club within their communities, what they have done, what they continue to do, and as well, the PowerPoint presentations would have included information from LCI international information and our district information as well. So clubs are doing that to recruit new members using each one asks one, which would have happened in some of the clubs. You invite a potential person to your meeting. But what has also been done, there was a particular day that the club outside of the regular meeting, prospective members were invited to join the club for a meeting targeted specifically to the prospective, so that you presented your information and you were able to answer all questions that were asked. Online membership satisfaction survey, again, pulling from LCI from the website, has been developed by some clubs to make sure that your existing members are comfortable, that they are satisfied. You're looking to see what they want, what they need, and how we can fulfill the needs of all members, new and your existing members, of course, that you want to retain. There are members still who may still be challenged by our new virtual world, but what I'm seeing, especially when I visit clubs and so on, the persons who may be challenged, you have your younger or persons who are more familiar and more comfortable, still assisting these members to log on and so forth. Oh, I mentioned that already about the induction ceremony on April 30th. Page 4, please.
Line Susan.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I can't continue. My system is not. Can you please take over to share?
Don't worry, I have it on my own, so I can continue. I can continue with it. So membership, so that would be membership development. I'm also pleased to know we have no priority clubs in the moment in Region 3, and as well, however, we also don't have any specialty clubs as yet in line to be chartered in Region 3. But as we can see, we are actively recruiting new members and doing all that we can through region, through the zone chairs and all the various initiatives, also to retain the members that we have. Leadership development. I'm pleased to note that we have 4 Lions from Region 3 who have been selected to participate in the upcoming ALLI program. We have 2 Lions, Lion Carla Raphael and Lion Jemima Riley from 3A, and Zone 3B, we have Lion Candice Campbell and Lion Natasha Thomas. Congratulations to those ladies, and I know it's all ladies that we have continuing on to do to upgrade upgrade, their leadership skills. Lions of Region 3 continue to participate in the TBT Trending Leadership Series and the other leadership-oriented webinars, both those from the district, such as the one that we would have had yesterday, on Saturday on customer service, and other similar seminars hosted by their fellow Lions clubs. So we do have a lot of, and because of the virtual format, we've had sessions, you have things in Lions Alert, you had things about career development, you've had many sessions hosted by Lions clubs themselves. With regard, again, keeping in the tone of leadership, as we know, the third advisory meeting is on leadership, and both zone chairs have indicated that their third advisory meetings will be taking place next month, March. With regard to the officer training, and so all officers, all persons, all current officers, and those who may be targeted to go on next fiscal year have been involved in the training, the leadership training of the district. And with regard to LCIF, I am pleased to know that with Region 3 has contributed over $13,000 to LCIF. We've also, during this fiscal, we've had 8 new MJFs coming on board. And with regard to the major fundraiser for LCIF this year, the cookbook, Region 3, 9 clubs in Region 3 have contributed over 40 recipes to the cookbook. So that is a great accomplishment as well. And thank you to all the clubs in Region 3. I thank you for the efforts that you are making, the successes that you have enjoyed, and we will continue to do so till the end of the fiscal year, until June 2022, and of course, continue beyond. Thank you so much for your attention to my presentation. Thank you, District Governor, and it is now over to my fellow region chair. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lion Susan. Do we have questions for Lion Susanna? It was an excellent presentation, Lion Susan, and also congratulate you also with your candidates for the LE training and your LCIF contribution. The upcoming MJF members, congratulate for your effort you done in Region 3. Can I invite now Region Chairperson?
Thank you, District Governor.
Thank you. Region Chairperson Philly Gift, the only man in this group. Lion Philly.
Good evening, District Governor, fellow Lions of the District Cabinet, Lions and Leos on the virtual platform. Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you. Lion Fernie. Lion Fernie. Yes. Are you hearing me?
Hear me? Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Okay, great, thanks. just having some connectivity problem at this time. Good
Okay.
evening, Mr. Governor and other cabinet officers, fellow Lions and Leos in the virtual audience. Good evening. This is the presentation for Region 4. I just want to first take the opportunity to thank Zone Chairperson for 4B, Lion Lisa Atwater, for her tireless effort in her zone and in the region in general with regards to the work that she has done. Of course, I am playing a dual role, being the zone chairperson for also 4A. So Region 4 has 10 clubs: Twin City Lions Club, Tunapuna Lions Club, El Dorado East Lions Club, Shogunas Lions Club, Trinidad Central, Couva, San Fernando Lions, San Fernando Lesser 4, Princestown, and St. Patrick East Lions Club. District Government, my presentation is very simple due to the fact that I was only allotted 5 minutes. So I will try to be as disciplined as possible to stay within that 5 minutes. So as it relates to goal number 1, service development, the clubs in the region, there were total service activities of 216 service activities as of the 19th of February, 2022. The clubs have served 20,483 persons. The volunteered hours, 867, and the funds donated thus far is 56,340 US. All clubs of Region 4 diligently reported their service activities on my lands, and that is because of the constant reminder of the zone chairpersons in the region to ensure that clubs adhere to this part of this action item of the district governor's goals. Services were performed in all areas of the Lions global causes, as well as in other areas. And though some clubs did not carry out activities in every single global cause, collectively, the region would have, clubs in the region would have carried out some activities in the global causes. Some clubs made donations in support of some of the causes. Of course, outside of that would be in the other areas where clubs would have donated electronic devices to schools and to other needy families within their communities, and also providing face masks and hand sanitizers and other materials as it relates to the COVID-19 pandemic. The humanitarian services were done to approximately 20,480 persons. Can I have the next slide, please? Right. So zone projects were done by clubs. They had book drives, donations to the blood drive initiative. Another drive for the blood drive will come off on Tuesday. There were participation in collaboration with government agencies, mass vaccination drives here in Trinidad and Tobago by the Ministry of Health. A joint region project with Region 3 and 4. Lion Susan would have touched on it, where clubs of both regions came together in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, Reedy Health Fair, TT Moves, and of course, that initiative was coordinated and put together by past District Governor Lion, can't recall his, sorry for my apologies for not remembering his name, but he's a member of the El Dorado East Lions Club. Next slide.
Patrick Taylor.
Right, Lion Taylor, yes, Patrick Taylor. Thank you very much. Under membership development, Lion District Governor, the opening balance for club members in Region 4 were 293. We have added 5 members. We have dropped 27. The current balance is 271 with a net loss of minus 22. But it must be noted that the high figure of drop members is due to one club, which is Shogunas Central Plains, surrendering their charter, and that club had consisted of 11 members, as well as some members of clubs in the region were called to higher service, as well as some other clubs would have dropped members for various reasons, including non-payment of dues and so on. Next slide. Right, prospective members. Though a couple clubs in the region have conducted installation ceremonies in the month of January, there are some clubs who have prospective members and are preparing to conduct their installation ceremonies. So we anticipate, Lion District Governor, that at the end of the fiscal year, we will see an addition of members to this region. Ask just one person, clubs were encouraged with this initiative, and they continue to encourage other persons to join the Lionism, in particular the young professionals who continue to be the main target group. Next slide. Right. So clubs of Region 4 have very active social media accounts, and all the various platforms are utilized to promote the activities of the club and activities of Lions Club International. Clubs are also utilizing membership satisfaction surveys to gather information and to assess the well-being of their club members and to motivate them as well, taking on board ideas and initiatives that can better the activities of their club. On the leadership development, club officers of Region 4 participated in club officers training programs. The club members of Region 4 participated generally in the hashtag TBT leadership programs, which continue. Club officers are continuously being encouraged to participate in LCI training, in ELLI and ALLI, and all other training programs available on the LCI Learning Resource Center. Next slide. With regards to Campaign 100, this program is continuously being promoted to clubs at club meetings, club visits, and at the District Governor's Advisory Committee meeting. And I can tell you, District Governor, that though I do not have the figure to put here, but clubs continue to contribute immensely to this. Sorry about that. Clubs continue to contribute to this program, and we anticipate that by the end of this fiscal year, District Governor, the figures will identify the dedication and commitment of clubs of Region 4 to LCI Campaign 100. In addition, District Governor, clubs would have participated and contribute significantly to the cookbook and submitting several recipes which could only enhance the promotion of the cookbook. Next slide. And District Governor, that's my presentation to you. I want to take this opportunity to thank the zone chairperson of Zone 4B, Lisa Atwater, all the club presidents and club members of Region 4 for their effort and continued effort, District Governor, because we still have a little time to go before the fiscal year closes off. So I anticipate that before that time reaches, we will see more activities from our clubs in Region 4. I thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Lion Fairley Gift, and thank you for your effort also, and for the contribution your club done for the campaign 100, and keep going the good work. If you look at all the presentations, I will do a suggestion, and that is to look more at the partnering side, combine to do more combined projects, also with other organizations in your country, in your region, because we saw also last year that global wise, our international combined on our international president combined also with other service organization service organization as Rotary, Kiwanis, the SOAR Optimist. And in my opinion, that is where we're going now. I see there a change in contribution to our community. So I see that some regions partnering with other clubs. Region 2 have a partner with a Canadian group there. That's very good. But look how this how you can work more in combined service with other organizations. Thank you, region chairs, for your support. Agenda point 5B, a report from district chairperson of the following committees. Can I invite our district chairperson of LCIF, Lion Claire Davidson Williams, for her presentation?
Good night, District Governor. Good night to the District Committee, Senior Lions, fellow Lions Leos. Good evening. I'm wondering if Marilyn got, yeah, she got it. Thank you, Marilyn. District Governor, once again, the team of District 60A LCIF Committee, myself as chairperson, Lion Maxine, past council chair, and Lion Ravin. This year, being the final year for LCIF, has been heightened with work towards ensuring not only that we achieve the goals set by your good self, District Governor, but overall international objectives. In looking at goal 1 for contribution, 25,000 US was set as the goal. As you've seen, District Governor, we've passed that. And I am sure by the end of your year, you should feel proud that we would, at least we could double the goal, and you would have certainly set yourself above the rest. So I want to thank all persons who have contributed and continue to contribute to LCIF over the year. And so far, a number of persons have contributed. We had over 15 persons within the recent past. We had persons who may have individually paid their full 1,000, or quite a number of them who are contributing members would have completed not just the MGF, but PMGF, and we've had quite a number of different grades of PMGF. That's why in my initial report, I would have taken the time to identify persons who would have contributed twice and 3 times. We have up to 9 and 10 contributions to making PMGF at that level. The other form of fundraiser is the cookbook, where we have extended that to the entire district, and that is going well. So far, we've ordered 250 copies after the launch. We had the launch on the 29th of January, and we received some additional. So far, however, the cash received is only $955 US, and we're out by 1,008. A number of few contributions from 60A still outstanding. and all have received no contributions for the subscription, that $5 subscription from 60B, largely in part due to the issue of sending $10 and $15 via Western Union or some one of those expensive means. So District Governor, as you know, I have reached out to Council Chair to ask for an option to use the Council's account. This is a Council project now, to use the Council's account so that persons can freely deposit funds so that those funds can come in urgently so that I can complete the process. So that is on its way and doing well. In terms of our awareness, in all three countries, we have been doing presentations, albeit virtually, very few in-person presentations conducted at region meetings, zone meetings, club visits, and individual club presentations. We've had meetings with our club coordinators so far for the year. There have been 3 general club coordinators meetings. With regard to the contribution to LCIF during the district governor's visit, it is safe to say that over 50% of the clubs visited by the district governor those clubs have yielded the call and did contribute in some measure to the district governor's gift, which is commendable. And I'd like to thank all the clubs and continue to encourage those others to do the same. With regard to our grants, well, those grants are pending in large part because of the pandemic situation. Most of our grants that we've already received approvals for and receive our project proposal approvals and everything have been held in abeyance. And no doubt, I'm sure District Governor, you'd be taking a keen eye on these projects going forward before the end of the fiscal to see how far we can move towards that. So that's my report, District Governor. And I really want to thank everyone for their continued contribution to LCIF. Remember, all your contributions go towards helping the less fortunate. It's towards one of the global causes. And you can raise funds to contribute to LCIF. So continue to give and give from the heart. Thank you, District Governor.
Thank you, Lion Claire. And we can be very proud of all Lions that contribute to LCIF with this number of contribution. I think that our district will have a big applause for this one.
Yes.
Thank you again.
Thank you,
Team
District Governor.
LCIF. We go now to the next district chairperson, that is Lion Renata Jakarta with childhood cancer. Lion Renata.
Good evening, everybody. Am I clear?
No.
No.
Try again.
I have some difficulties with my audio. So I will try to reconnect again.
We're hearing you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will try to be very brief because I think due to some technical problems, it can occur that I fell out of the presentation. Okay. Once again, good evening, District Governor Lion Jerry Hoffman and all the officers attending this meeting and all the lions and Leos in this virtual platform. Can I go to the next slide, please? The District 68 Childhood Cancer Committee consists of the following lions: Lion Reneto, myself as district chairperson, and the other associates are Lion Simone Beckles and Lion Alana Lynch. Next slide. Okay, after being appointed, this committee agreed upon continuing the strategy which was set in the previous fiscal year under the leadership of Lion Denise Benting. And the approach was as follows: raising awareness in schools in the area of service by initiating conversation on how to lend support to children affected by cancer and also their families. Making a donation to Lions Club International that will enable their continued support and increase global impact. Thirdly, collaborating with the local Childhood Cancer Foundation in each country. Solicit partnership with other organizations and corporate entities. All the aforementioned, but not limited, in order to improve childhood cancer survival, which requires supporting children and their families while they experience the unimaginable social, economic, and emotional burdens of having a child with cancer. The next slide. From a district level, some of the events were completed, and I've highlighted some of them. In commemoration of Childhood Cancer Month, which is celebrated the month of September, the Just Because Foundation, in collaboration with Lions Club of District 68, the following events were executed. A two-day webinar, which was held on September 27th and September 29th. The focus is to make early detection a high priority that can result in better outcomes for the children. Because too many children receive a late-stage diagnosis due to missed signs, and it's not because of negligence, but simply because parents, guardians, caregivers are not aware of the symptoms. We also had Anansi Goes to Hospital. This was written by Chivon Joseph, GBF founder and president. This book is the first of a 6-part series written primarily for children between the ages of 6 to 10 years old. And it tells the story of our version of Anansi, who is injured and taken to the hospital for treatment. All clubs were being asked to make a contribution of 500 TT, that is about $17 US, to purchase of 12 books, which will be signed by the author, only if purchased through this partnership arrangement. The third one was the Best Medicine campaign. This is a patient-focused campaign that plays on the well-known saying that laughter is the best medicine. It involves having short 30 to 45-second video clips of some of the GBF patients giving jokes, edited with music and laugh tracks. These events were attended by, for the first one, the webinar was attended by 300 persons. The Anansi book, 6 clubs has purchased the books. And with regard to the Best Medicine campaign to clubs took part. The next slide. Yes, the Lions of Region 2 in collaboration with the District 68 Foundation applied for and received a grant of $15,000 to support and strengthen the existing childhood cancer program. As you see it on the slide, the major components of the project is the construction of a ward, specifically to provide treatment and care and reduce infection among children suffering from cancer at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. The next slide. Next slide, please. Yeah, no, the one before. Yes. Throughout the district, several clubs supported children and their families while they experienced the unimaginable social, economic, and emotional burdens of having a child with cancer. It will be a very long list if I have to mention all the clubs, but I want to express that a lot of clubs have contributed in means and financial to children affected by cancer and their family, for support for medicine or for support for taking up in hospital. The next slide. Yes, supporting hospitals taking care of children diagnosed with cancer. I have highlighted the one from the Lions Club of Georgetown in collaboration with Predo Baby Diapers. They provided baby diapers, wipes, food hampers, story and coloring books, and crayons to 9 children at the GPHC Oncology Unit. Also, the Lions Club of Paramaribo North donated 240-inch television, 2 recliner chairs, and child-friendly retrofitted 2 observation rooms of the Ercasset Hospital for children after their chemo treatment. And the next slide. Yes, raising awareness in schools. These are some instruments that were used for the awareness raising in schools. There was a school-based management. There was I think an EduTalk, which was done by the associate Alana Lynch. And you also have the book from Suriname. It is in Dutch. And the Lions Club, the Paramaribo Focus Lions Club had invited the writer to deal with this matter with children. And the next slide. Yeah. So Lions and Leos, let us help a child's life. Our children need us. By working together, we can make a difference in the lives of thousands of children affected by cancer. With the closing slide, I would like to thank, on behalf of the Childhood Cancer Committee, all the clubs for their contribution done, and that will be done within this childhood cancer global cause. Not today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Lion Renata. And sure we can make a difference. And we see that more than ever, our district contribute in this area, the childhood cancer. Thank you. Can I invite Lion Deborah Daly Romley?
Thank you, Lion District Governor. My fellow cabinet officers, other Lions and Leos in the virtual audience, good night. This is an account of the activities that took place for the first half of the fiscal year for diabetes awareness and action. The committee, I have one associate along with myself as district chairperson, Landwaveni Seetal from Region 2 as the associate. Overall, throughout the district, there was a total of 50 service activities with 5,826 people served. The volunteer hours was 1,188. Funds donated was $3,329 and funds raised $2,482. Under Region 1, 5 clubs completed service activities under this particular goal. The clubs were Paramaribo South, Paramaribo North, Paramaribo Central, Paramaribo Focus, and Paramaribo Ready. Their activities went along the hosting of a diabetes awareness talk session at a senior citizens home. There was diabetes and blood pressure screening at a retirement home, and several donations of glucose meters, glucose pens, pulse oximeters, hand sanitizers, and soaps were distributed to clinics throughout the community. Under Region 2, there were 9 clubs that were able to complete the activities. That came from Bartica, Bel Air, Camwin, East Demerara, Essequibo Coast, Essequibo River, Georgetown, Durban Park, Georgetown, Stabroek, and New Amsterdam. The activities done was collaborations with health centers and hospital to have talk sessions at the diabetes clinics. There's also a hosting of a radio program and a diabetes webinar to encourage awareness on healthy eating practices, exercise, and medication. A Strides walk was held throughout the community, and donations of diabetic kits, healthcare items, hampers, lancets, testing strips. Also, members assisted patients with filling and delivering of prescriptions to their homes. Regions 3 and 4. Activities were completed by 13 clubs. Amongst the activities was a donation to a wheelchair to a bedridden person living with diabetes, monetary contributions to purchase medications for patients. Literature was contributed to on juvenile diabetes to the National Library, and blood glucose monitors, test strips, and lancets were also contributed to clinics and patients living with diabetes. There were virtual meetings that was hosted, utilizing medical practitioners to do presentations on awareness and preventions. Also, a session that was held to educate parents of preschoolers on prevention and awareness of the diabetes. There were 2 virtual fitness sessions, and during the month of November, some of the clubs partnered with the Diabetes Association of Trinidad and Tobago. There was a virtual children's camp for 60 children living with type 1 diabetes that was held, where clubs assisted in pre-packaging the items required to do the camp for the children. Then we had 100 hampers packed for 100 hampers was packed, for distribution to elderly persons living with diabetes. And during the month of November, we had clubs. I reached out to clubs to assist with a nationwide diabetic retinopathy eye screening that was held by the Diabetes Association of Trinidad and Tobago. This was facilitated by technicians of the Trinidad Eye Hospital. And most of the areas that the screening was held, we had over 20 persons participating. The clubs in Trinidad, in Region 3 and 4 that participated throughout the activities was Arima Santa Rosa, Sawa Barataria, Sandy Grande, Santa Cruz, Port of Spain Central, Port of Spain North, Port of Spain Success Laventil, Chaguanas, Cuva, Mayaro, Princess Sound Central, and San Fernando. Lastly, in commemorating World Diabetes Day on November 14, I was invited to be a part of the Diabetes Association of Trinidad and Tobago team that hosted a very successful and informative diabetes webinar on the theme, Access to Diabetes Care, Self-Care is Essential. There were 7 panelists speaking on different facets of self-care and a very interactive audience of 409 persons joined, with 309 maximum at any one given time. Greetings were extended on behalf of you, District Governor Lion Terry Hoffman. Full participation by Lions were limited due to COVID-19 protocols. So some of the clubs may have had smaller service activities that was done, but unfortunately not reported. Going forward, I would like to thank all the clubs for those that completed projects and those that were unable to complete them, and my associate Landwaveney Sital for their efforts. It is hoped that clubs can continue to assist and collaborate with other Lions clubs, service organizations, and healthcare providers in planning projects to educate the communities on diabetes awareness and action, as we as Lions give from the heart. Thank you, District Governor. That is the end of my session.
Thank you, Lion Deborah. And I see that the clubs implement the goals for this year. Thank you. And I invite now Lion Vivian Ferguson.
Good evening, everyone. And today I will be reporting on behalf of the Environment and Climate Change Committee. And we will look at the figures with respect to the number of persons that have been served by region. And for Region 1, we have 1 club that has reported. We have a Paramaribo Central Club with an ongoing project also. And currently we have a figure of 3,000 persons in Suriname which have been served under environment and climate change. For Region 2, we have 9 clubs reporting with a total of 23,375 persons served for Guyana. And I grouped Regions 3 and 4 together with eight clubs serving a total of 3,141 persons. I must mention that on Friday, the 18th of February, Mayaro Lions Club had a virtual session on climate change and the numbers would not be reflected in what we see here today. So in total for District 60A, we have 18 clubs with 48 activities reported, serving a total of 29,956 persons. And I just want to mention some of the ongoing projects at the moment and proposed projects. We have Paramaribo Central with its North Coast Mangrove Project, and this is in collaboration with the university and Professor Nepal. We would have completed our e-waste project in regions 3 and 4 in the last fiscal year. Currently, we have the Basel Convention who have reached out to engage us in a project that they are going to run in Trinidad and Tobago and also throughout the Caribbean. They are still in the planning stages, but they have reached out to myself as a member of the Lions Club because of the completion of our project last fiscal year to participate in that. And that information, once it becomes available, it would be distributed. So this fiscal year, we have Telesur in Suriname leading the project or partnering with us along with Kanto to launch the e-waste project in Suriname. And we are still in the planning stages and getting ready to do some of the groundwork. So thank you to District Governor for championing that project in Suriname. And a proposed recycling project of used cooking oil and paper products in Trinidad and Tobago. The information has been sent to clubs. The response has been very low, but we are still hoping to get that completed within this fiscal year. And District Governor, that's my report for our Environment and Climate Change Committee today. Thank you.
Thank you, Lion Ferguson. Do you have a question for Lion Fianna Ferguson? No? Thank you for your report. I invite now for Fission, Lion Lynetta Bird. Lion Lynetta.
Thank you very much, District Governor. Is the presentation ready?
Yes, one moment, please.
Okay. In the meantime, thank you, District Governor and the Vice District Governors and other Lions in the virtual space for allowing me to present tonight. And also thank you to club presidents and other officials who would have assisted in the preparation of the report. you very much, everyone.
So, thank you, Lionel. That was very smart for your presentation. Thank you. We see that also vision we contribute in this area. And now the hunger, we see that most of the clubs execute in this area. And there we give our contribution also. And I ask Lion Nadine Bushell for the report of the District 60 Foundation. President Lion Nadine.
Good evening, Lion District Governor, fellow Lions. Good afternoon, good evening. Allow me to give a presentation on behalf of the District Foundation members. This will just be an update on the key areas that we focused on for 2022. So the key areas that we were looking at this year were the marketing and communications aspect of it, where we wanted to involve the Lions and Leos in the district much more and to engage in particular the clubs. We also wanted to focus on the resource mobilization strategy, given that we had the strategy developed in the last year, and to assist with us engaging external stakeholders. We wanted to have the audits completed of the books of the foundation since the time we had the foundation, the district account transferred to us. So in terms of progress, we have done a communication plan which has been drafted. We have done the draft presentation for clubs and stakeholders, and the video presentation is also in the process of being developed, and we hope to have those completed to be executed in the months of March and April. So clubs can expect to see the foundation trustees in each of the territories, visiting their clubs with information on the foundation. And we have substantially completed the audits for the periods for which we had the account handed over to the foundation. And of course, this will be sent to the district cabinet and for distribution to the clubs on completion. We still, as you know, have our ongoing bag fundraiser where we were expected to sell 1,900 reusable shopping bags. So far, we have sold over 850 bags to date, and the sales have been going pretty slow after the Christmas hamper period. So we want to encourage members of the clubs to use the bags as well as gifts or tokens to some of their stakeholders. So we are hoping that we can wrap up this project by the end of this Lion year so that we could sell, if not all, the majority of the bags. And you would have received a reminder from us, I think yesterday, from the CAPSEC. And if you could liaise with the trustees in your individual countries to assist with you purchasing the bags. And those trustees are in Guyana, PDG Sean Noel, Lion Carol Boston, and Lion Melise Moe. In Suriname, Lion Ravin Changoa, Lion Jennifer Van Dyck Silos, and Lion Raj Narain. And in Trinidad and Tobago, of course, myself, Lion Theo, and VDG Shibiki Kasabo. Just to let persons know that the foundation has been meeting, we had 6 meetings for the year so far, including one dealing with the bylaws, and we had our annual returns submitted for 2021, so we are compliant with the legal aspect in Trinidad and Tobago. We should know that the revised bylaws were approved by the trustees in the November meeting last year, November 2021. And we have to congratulate the Suriname arm of the trustee group because they have been able to complete the bylaws for Suriname, which were approved by the trustees in November as well. And we have the foundation now officially registered in Suriname. Guyana is also now currently working on establishing a branch of the foundation in its territory, and that should be completed in time for the next report that we have to submit. So at the end of this year, we expect to have the foundation registered in all 3 territories. Just to remind the persons that your support is required for us to really be successful with this. So we're reminding zone and region chairs to highlight the foundation at their meetings and also to encourage clubs that you can do a joint project as a zone or a region that can be submitted to the district foundation. We really are anxious to assist the district in actually achieving some high value projects. We really want to start to encourage clubs to send projects to us so that we can consider. We also would like the GST team coordinators to assist the clubs in that regard with identifying projects and of course, focusing on the club service chairs to help them develop interesting projects that will be impactful to the clubs, to the district, sorry. And we want the clubs themselves to make financial contributions to the foundation. We want you to purchase bags as a club and as individual members, and of course, to identify high impact projects. And we still need the support of individual lions and leos on different aspects of the foundation, the marketing, the development aspect, the administrative aspect. So every little counts, your support, and we really would like you to support the foundation. So this is my brief update, Lion District Governor. I thank you.
Thank you, Lion Nadine. And also from here, I congratulate also Region 1 with the establishment of the foundation. And I ask everyone to contribute to with in this project also the bags project, and I wish you all the best. Thank you. Do we have question for Lion Nadine? No questions. Okay, thank you. Agenda point 6. Another other new business. Who can I note for this agenda point? No one?
Lion District Governor, Lion Thomas Pinkerton here.
Good evening.
It seems as though this year we're going to have an in-person district convention meeting. But I was thinking that what we should work towards is to also keep the virtual aspect of it in terms of the voting. What I mean is to set up a platform that voting can be done online for the offices of governor and vice district governors, as well as perhaps in relation to the rules of procedure. It would need some adjustments to the Constitution, and I could put together an amendment. But the other aspect I'm concerned about would be the cost. Could the district funds afford setting up the virtual platform for the voting? Of course, the other question is whether the cabinet is willing to accept the proposal of having the voting done online.
Lion Pinkerton, your question is if the voting member accept the platform, the online virtual platform?
Yeah. What I am proposing is that we set up a platform to have the voting as we've had it for the last couple of years in terms of the offices of the governors. So I am wondering whether A, the cabinet will agree with this, and B, whether we can afford the cost of having it done.
Okay. But do you have an idea what the costs are?
District Governor.
No, I have no idea. The IT people would have to explore this and put forward a cost.
Thank you. Lion Denise Bentic.
Yes, District Governor, thank you. The cost last year was $30
For one person.
No, that was the cost. It's just a one registration fee. Yes, that was the cost. But I think this matter was ventilated before, and many persons were in agreement that it should be electronic voting because it saves time also. May I also add that board appointee Leo Lion Shafani could provide advice also.
Lion Shafani, can you say something about this? Advices?
Yes, I was a little bit unclear of what we're actually talking about, but if it's about the platform for voting, based on the amount of delegates that we have in District 60A, it was about $30 for the voting platform. And that can be done digitally, of course. So that is for the voting platform. But if it would be a virtual or a hybrid meeting, that would be, of course, I don't know the cost for that. But for the platform based on our delegates, it's about $30.
Okay. Voting members, you agree with this cost for the voting platform of $30 regarding the election for the upcoming convention?
Well, Governor, I would move a motion that we approve, that the voting be done online and that we approve whatever cost it is for the voting to be done online.
Thank you, Vice District Governor. Can I have a seconder?
District Governor, I would like to second the motion.
I have the ayes.
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Aye.
Thank you, members. Lion Thomas. The cost is we agree we agree with the cost we must make for the virtual platform. Yes, so we will ask our IT person to set up this and have contact with you, make contact with you.
Okay, thank you, Lion District Governor. In the meanwhile, I shall look at the amendment that will have to be done to the Constitution, and I will circulate it to the other members of the Constitution and Bylaws Committee. And once in agreement, we'll send it on to you.
Okay.
Lion Governor, sorry,
Yes.
Lion President, I believe we did make some amendments to the rules of procedure some time ago, so it should be the same. I don't know if it extends to, ongoing years, but we did do that some time ago. So I will look at it as well.
Lion District Governor, that was done because the meeting was entirely a virtual meeting. This is the first time that we are having an in-person district convention since the start of the pandemic. And our Constitution does not presently cater for it if you have an in-person meeting.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for this information. Do we have other points you'll make on agenda point 6? Members? Lion Shafani?
District Governor, yes, I just seeking some clarification. I'm a bit confused. Will the multiple district convention be virtual or in person?
It will be a hybrid. Someone will go to Cayman Island, and I think that the first vice district governor of B will have his meeting there from Cayman Island, but I can't say now who go to Cayman Island and who not go to Cayman Island. So that's why I say it is a virtual, it's a hybrid.
Lion District Governor, just to add a bit of clarity, there is no item that requires a secret ballot at the multiple district convention. So there is no need really to set up a virtual voting platform for the multiple district convention.
Okay, thank you. Lion Denise?
Yes, thank you very much, District Governor. Perhaps I should bring some information to the Assembly at this point in time. Good evening, Lions and Leos. The multiple district was planning for a face-to-face convention in Grand Cayman. But based on information that was available up to the 23rd of January, 23rd or 24th of January, and the recommendation of the local organizing committee, council agreed with them to host a virtual convention because the requirements for entry and exit from the Cayman Islands were very onerous on the lines. There were additional costs which would be incurred, and most of all, one of the requirements was that persons traveling from countries with less than 60% vaccination rate had to go through a whole set of protocols, and they would have incurred additional costs. Also at that time, the Cayman Islands government was only permitting assembly of 100 persons indoors. So it meant that activities had to be held outdoors. And there are some other requirements which we felt were very onerous. And based on the persons who were on the ground, the organizing committee, their recommendation, we considered it and we said that it will be virtual. Notwithstanding, we know that the incoming district governor for 60B is from the Cayman Islands, and also there's a club, I can't remember which one of them, is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. Now the district governor of 60B, and I learned that yesterday, is hosting his convention. This is the district convention in the Cayman Islands. At the multiple district level, at our broader convention planning meeting, we were contemplating having, yes, virtual convention, but the persons or lions in certain territories, which I would want to call key territories, where the current district governor of 60A sits, where the incoming district governor of 60A will be, and also, well, now it doesn't matter. The current district governor of 60B is visiting the Grand Cayman. So we were saying that those locations could have in-person assembly. And of course, this is based on what is permitted in their country, but they will be left to organize that. So the multiple district convention will be held virtually, but we will assemble in Guyana, where the council chair sits. So that's the decision so far. Now the Cayman Islands has updated its requirements. Now they're allowing 500 persons indoors, but there's still that onerous requirement of 60% vaccination rate. And we know in the Caribbean, none of our countries have achieved 60% vaccination rate. So that's where we stand at this point in time. District Governor Jerry, I don't know about your meeting being face-to-face, but perhaps you will elaborate on that.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Council Chairperson Denise. Is that clear, Lion Shafani?
Yes, thank you for the clarification.
Okay, thank you. So
Lion District Governor,
yes, Lion.
Having heard what Council has said and that the multiple district convention definitely will be virtual, what is the situation with the district convention? Has any decision been made on that?
What the decision is, you ask? The decision is that the council will, as she said, she will assemble their meeting in Guyana. The district governor of 60A will have his meeting also from Region 1. And District 60B will hold a meeting in Cayman Island. That is the situation. Virtual.
All right, I asked the question because the point I was trying to make earlier was based on the fact that perhaps we were having an in-person meeting and we would have tried to set up a virtual voting platform. But if it is that our convention will also be virtual rather than in person, then we just follow the same protocols that we did last year.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. And that was the cost we're talking about. Last year it was $30 US. So that is the decision council take, and the committee of Cayman Island, that we go virtual. Is that clear, Lion Penkaton?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. What is the decision? It's your decision. I'm fine with it.
Thank you. The next agenda point is vote of thanks. And I invite Lion Jemima Riley.
Good evening, District Governor. Expression of appreciation is a human act that lifts the spirit, stimulates the mind, and energizes the body to do more. District Governor Hoffman, guests, Lions, Leo, distinguished Lions, good evening. Preparation for a meeting involves a number of persons behind the scenes doing the work. Lions, Leos, and non-members who worked behind the scene to prepare for the meeting, we thank you. Our IT, Lion Safira, and her team, we say a special thank you for the work behind the scenes. Lion Lisa Atwater, Zone Chairperson, we know that God heard your prayer and he blessed our meeting. We thank you. Lion Natasha Hamilton, our second Vice District Governor, your delivery of the Code of Ethics reminded us about our responsibility to act above the rest, and we thank you for that. Region chairpersons and your zone chairpersons, the information that you shared made visible the volunteerism of our members, and for that we appreciate your work and we thank you. Our LCIF and district chairpersons and their committees, we appreciate your work and your effort in collating the information and also making it visible so we know what more we have to do to attain the goals as set out by our district governor. We appreciate your work and we thank you. Our District 68 Foundation President and her team, thank you for the information shared, and we commit to doing a little more to get those bags out and to do additional so that we can increase the funding coming into our foundation. We thank you for your reporting. Our senior Lions and more experienced Lions who attended and would continue in the background to provide your support to the cabinet and to clubs. We appreciate you and we say thank you for what you continue to do to make our Lions organization better than what it would have been yesterday. We appreciate you and we thank you. Our Cabinet Secretary, Lion Marilyn Fungaloy, we appreciate your work. We know that the preparation for this meeting would have taken a lot of effort and time, but when we experience your work and the quality of it, our appreciation for you is tremendous, and we say thank you for all that you do to keep us in check, to inform, and to make what we do a little easier. Lion District Governor, Lion Jerry Hoffman, we say a special thank you for the way that you executed your meeting, the way you execute your meetings on the whole, and the goals that you have set for us. And I know that as clubs, as Lions and Leos, wherever we are working diligently. And now that we have seen the data, the information coming out, that wherever we need to, we will double up those efforts. We say thank you for your work and for your guidance. Lions and Leos, the lives of those who you touch make us a humanitarian organization. Your efforts matter. We thank you.
Thank you, Lion Jemima Riley. And now we go to the District Governor Song, Lion Safira. Thank you, Lion Safira. I see that I missed agenda point 6B, schedule of the 4th cabinet meeting, and that is on the 14th of May. And I understand from my CAPSEC that some person was not able to log on the Zoom platform. So, and that's why our IT set up the live YouTube YouTube link. My apology for that. And for point 6E, my remarks is very short. And that is Lions of District 60A. I repeat my words. We are serving with enthusiasm, dedication, and grace in every community where we are. And all of you have, in one way or other, helped to build a peaceful world. Give from the heart. I wish you a good night, and I see you back on the 14th of May in our 4th cabinet meeting. Once again, thank you all, and be safe.
Good night,
Good night.
Lion. Good night,
And
everyone.
thank you, Lion District Governor. Good evening, everyone.
Good night, District Governor and Lions.
Everyone. Bye.
Good evening.
District Governor. Good night, everyone.
Good evening, District
Good night.
Governor.
Good evening, everyone. Bye.
Evening.
Good evening, fellows.
Good evening.
Evening, Lion Marilyn.